Hey, today y'all family at this time. May the peace of y'all come upon you when you learn to obey him. I want to show you this information I got from this source right here called the New American Bible with Revised New Testament and Psalms. This is St. Joseph edition. It gives some information concerning the book called Malakiyah and the book called Nehemyah. So we're gonna cover this and we're gonna see this because it's very important, brothers and sisters, to put the history of our people and writings in its proper order. I know a lot of people say the book is from Genesis to Malakiyah, the messenger of Yah. So we're gonna get into this information. I just want to show you this from this source. And when you go back and read both books and compare them together, you can see better. So I'm gonna give you this information right here. It say the book of Malakiyah. It said this work was composed by an anonymous writer shortly before Nehemyah's arrival in Shalom. They got Jerusalem, but Shalom for this time period they give 455 BC. Before the Common Era. So keep that in mind. There, around 2,500 years ago, let's keep reading. It said, because of the sharp reproaches he was leveling against the priests. See, in both writers, you'll see when you go there and compare them together, it was in the time period after the Babylon captivity, as you're going to see as I continue to read. When the priests came back and they weren't fully following Yah, and they turned completely away from Yah, and defiled everything, brothers and sisters. And that's why we've been sent into captivity in the defiled state now. So let me continue reading right here. Since the sharp reproaches he was leveling against the priests of Yah and rulers of the people. See, and the rulers of the people. See, the heads of our nation, brothers and sisters, was rebelling against Yah. And so the author probably wished to be concealed his identity. To do this, he made a proper name out of the Hebrew expression for my messenger. They got Malakiyah, but it's Malakiyah, which occurs in 1, 1, and 3, and 1. It says the historical value of the prophecy is considerable in that it gives us a picture of life. So I'm losing my focus. It gives us a picture of life. Let's see, kind of move it over here and get a better focus in on this real quick. I'm not getting I can't get the camera to focus on like I want to. Give me a second, fam. I'm see, kind of pull it right here a little bit. I'm trying to get it where I can read it because I'm reading it through the monitor like you looking through the monitor of my phone can. So let me get my place. Let's say right here, the historical value of prophecy is considerable in that it gives us a picture of the life of the Yahudim. They got Jewish community, but it's the Yahudim community returning from Babylon, see? Between the period of Haggai, the prophet, and the reform I'm trying to get it focused so I can get the focus in better. I could shut that camera off on the phone. I can really get it like I want to. I can't really get it like I want to. She said right here, reform measures of Ezra, the prophet, and Nehemyah. It is likely that the author's trench criticism of the abuse they got religious, but it's of the faith, the Torah, and difference in the community prepared the way for these necessary reforms. See, changes. The chosen people have made a sorry return for Yah love. See, they got divine love, which is referring to idolatry worship, divination, God worship, but it's Yah love, but Ra, the Creator, loves. See, the priests, you see that? The priests who should have been leaders, because the priests are the messengers of Yah, had dishonored Barab, see, the Creator, by their blemished sacrifices, the offerings. You see that? What got our people in trouble? They started accepting all kinds, and you can see that, and that's why he was saying that 1:3:1, talking about, and when you go there in Malakiyah, you'll see how the writer, the author, was hammering and showing the priests and the leaders why they was in error against y'all, and why y'all gonna punish them, and why y'all do not accept their offerings, because they're bringing sick and lame and defile our offerings. It's all there, brothers and sisters. And then when you go to the book of Malakiyah, excuse me, not Malakiyah, Nehemyah, it shows Nehemyah want to step further and start punching the priests and threw some out at the temple because of all the defilement, brothers and sisters. See, so in Nehemyah book could be even though both of them was around the same time period, could be actually the last book written, brothers and sisters, for our time. Could have been. Because the translators did not put the books in order. Because if you go back and look in the translation, they got Nehemyah book before all the other prophets. And he came way after the prophets when they returned from Babylon. See, these are things you got you have to look into. Like Ezra, he came after. The prophet Ezekiel, he was in Babylon captivity. He was the first. He was the first one to get a vision, a prophetic vision from Yah inside of Babylon. See. So we got Ezekiel, then we have Zechariah the prophet. Then we got we also have Ezra, we have Malakiyah and Nehemyah. See, them the kind of order it should have been in, the last few prophets that is known to us. But right here, see right here, say the chosen people have made a very sorry return for Yah love. The priests who should have been leaders had dishonored Yah by their blemished offerings. See, which is what the offering was for. See, that's why their sins wasn't forgiven. If I would catch them over, because if you got the blemished offering, that is your offerings, is what we resent and replace us getting killed and slaughtered to remove for the penalty of sin. Y'all accepted our offerings. See, he got the scapegoat, then the one that actually gets slaughtered to pay the penalty for us. They brought that as a defile, so their sins wasn't forgiven. See, in his first chapter, the writer foresees the time when all nations will offer a pure oblation. See, offerings. See, foresaw that the writer is a man with name was Malakiyah that prophesied these things. The writer foresaw these things, that even the nation will offer to Yah a pure oblation offering for the forgiveness of their sins as well on that day. See, a prophecy whose fulfillment. See, so now they're going into some false in the church. That's his fault. See the offering of the mass. And the author then turns from who fulfillment the church. I read that. See, that's when they get into line, bro. So you got to know, that's when you read carefully, read these writers and the commentaries, you got to have the knowledge of Yah as well, of these scriptures, brothers and sisters. Because within these books that they translated, they put lies there. You got to be able to see these things, but you got to know the history, our history. That's why it's so important to go back and backtrack. That's what we constantly backtracking, because we got to make changes. I'm here to tell you now, we got to restore the Torah and the words of Yah back, brothers and sisters. Remember what Yah said in 9:6 of Isaiah. The government rests upon the shoulders of the Messiah, the branch of David, bro. So yes, to restore it. If you go back and check the history of the kings, at a certain time they had to go back and restore things of Yah that was taken away, that the priests people wasn't keeping. Like one priest went in there and found the records about the Torah. He took it and gave it to the king. I'm trying to think of the king's name. It was one of the last kings before Babylon captivity. The last righteous king we had. Yoshaya, something like that, to the effect. He was a righteous king, and he restored everything and kept the Passover like no other Passover was before. Because he got the records. Oh, okay, we're not doing this. And then they went around and started destroying altars and all kinds of stuff. Different priests, different kings did this in their time when they came into the knowledge of, okay, this is wrong. We're doing this wrong. Let's restore this. Let's get this back in the proper order. See, that's why when you go and look at Isaiah chapter 11:12, y'all say again, right there, that the Messiah called the assembly, the body of Yah, the 12 tribes back together and get them organized so that we can be clean before Yah. Even in the book of Malakiyah tell you that in chapter 3, how the messenger of Yah gonna come and clean the priests of Yah and get them ready for the office again. And that the offerings, let me go there real quick, right here. So we can see that I'm close out with it. I didn't intend to make this video, but it's very important because this is dealing with our government, Yah government. See right here, let me read. It said, "Lo, I am sending my messenger to prepare, to prepare the way, the way of Yah before me, before Yah return. And suddenly there will come to the temple. Suddenly there will come to the temple, Yah whom you seek." So remember Yah said, seek him in Hosea chapter 3:5. Seek Yah, and we should find him. But when the time gonna come, when we go to the wilderness, that's when we can first encounter Yah. He gonna separate the rebels, and then we going with Yah to the land to recapture that land, and then through the authority that Yah gives the Messiah gonna rebuild the third temple in the slaughter place. And once that get placed, Yah said that you go in Ezekiel again. And how Yah say he gonna come to his temple, and once he enter the eastern gate, it's gonna remain shut forever. But only the prince gonna be able to sit outside in the courtyard and eat there. He's gonna be the only one allowed to get that close to that door. But never no one ever to go in there after y'all entering into the door, gonna be shut forever. See, these are all the things we got to know, and that's the sum of the things I'm telling you. Because I still learn, we got to go over these things till we get it down in details. He said, Yah, who you seek, and the messenger of the covenant whom you desire, yes, he is coming, says Yah of hosts. See? But who will endure the day of his coming? See? will be able to stand and obey Yah's words through him. See, that's what the turning red did. Who can stand when he appears? See, for he is like a refiner of fire. See, that purifies you. That's what y'all showing right there. It said he's not a refiner, but he light in a like manner what a refinery would do. See, or like a full of soap, which is always referring to cleansing, getting rid of the gross, the defilement. See, doing it in another way. See, that's why I say the message come to prepare the way of Yah right here. He will set, refining and purifying this. You know, they got silver like silver, and he will purify the sons of Levi. You see that? The messenger. I must be the messenger. But nevertheless, let me get into this, brothers and sisters. See, he will purify the sons of Levi, refining them like gold or like silver, that they may offer, see, they go against sacrifice, but offerings to Yah, see. Then, see, the priest getting ready, the Levite priest getting ready through one messenger. So keep that in mind, not a multitude. Multitudes bring confusion to all get aligned with the messenger. See, he will purify the sons of Levi. It's already there for all to see. I'm giving you nothing that you can't see. Refining them like gold or like silver, that they may offer. See, remember we went over how why y'all sent this messenger back then. This book was written to show forth. When you go back and read chapter 1, how they presented defiled, and that's why y'all put it send us all the way into captivity, our ancestors. See, but on the return, this is going to take place. I'm showing you what's taking place. They're going to take place soon, that they may do offering to Yah. See, we will never get out of offering Yah, because see, that's why our sins not forgiven. That's why in Ezekiel chapter 36, it tells you we must return home and bring offerings to Yah, as well as Ezekiel chapter 46, brothers and sisters. And 45, we talk about the prince again. We'll prepare the sin offering on your behalf and offer to Yah. See, that your sins may be forgiven. See, these are all the things a lot of people leave out. That's very important to the government of Yah and the forgiveness of his people to be back one with Yah. See, chapter 43 of Ezekiel, verse 18 to 27, and the Father said on the 8th day, and verse 27, that the people of Yah will be acceptable to Yah again. So let's get this right here. See, then this offering of Yah, see, and Yah Shalom, the capital city, they say Jerusalem, will please Yah. See that again at that time. So we must know the orders of Yah, brothers. Nobody will never be able to get around this right here. Or you deny Yah, and you're going to be a rebel in the wilderness, you're going to be destroyed. So contemplate on these things, meditate these things, examine these things. So see right here, say, as in the days of old. See that? See, in the days of old, when our people present to Yah a pure offering, so it's very important that they will please Yah, as in the days of old, as in the years gone by. I'm just going to read a little bit more right here. I will draw near to you for judgment, and I will be swift to bear witness against the sorcerers, adulterers, perjurers, and those who defraud the hired man of his wages. See, brother, these are things we got to know. These are things we got to learn to feed Yah. We got to learn the orders of Yah. See, this matter bring this information, what was going down. And then Nehemyah came with his message. See how they got Malakiyah here. So you got to go way back here. You got to go through all these prophets books back here to try to find Nehemyah somewhere in the stack, brothers and sisters. Because, see, they took it. In this particular scripture, somebody took all my scriptures out. I can't even show you in this particular, because right here, see right there where it started, Zaruk. I can't go no further than that because a whole bunch from Genesis is gone. So if you go back, you'll find Nehemyah towards the early part of the book. See, but Nehemyah was right there in the time period of Malakiyah, what I just showed you. And when you go there and you study it, you will see that, brothers and sisters. So with that, I'm in this message at this time. May Yah richly have mercy upon you and give you His knowledge. Because we must obtain Yah knowledge, brothers and sisters. Not what we think. You gotta be sure of Yah knowledge. So this is what I see. But I'm not thinking, but this is what it shows right here. Then you got to have something to compare it with, brothers and sisters. To validate it, to verify, to prove that this is it, brothers and sisters. You got to see this. Not just, I'm thinking this, but you're not sure. Because you don't see, if you're not sure, you don't see it, brothers and sisters. When you're sure, you got to be sure that you see it. To validate. With that, I say Toda Yah.